Guys have different strengths and weaknesses. And, we put another tailback in the game. Nick's got different strengths and weaknesses than Keola does, and Greg. So there's going to be some things. We'll see what Matt feels really comfortable with this week. I thought he executed the game plan, last week's game plan, pretty well. I thought he did a pretty good job. And so we'll see what he feels really comfortable with this week within what we presently do as an offense, which we think is good for us, offensively.
So when you look at Matt, though, what do you like about the skill sets that he brings?
I think his arm strength is good. I think he sees the field really well. He's got a better understanding of the offense, and that's going to keep on getting better. So I think all those, obviously he moves well. He's athletic, but he's a quarterback who happens to be pretty athletic. He's not a running back. That's not. You saw him run the other day. There were a couple of bad runs in there, and he could have really made something out of it. But he's just not a running back. But what he does do, he moves well and can find some creases in there. And where he's dangerous, he can pick up some extra yards when there's a breakdown that takes place, either in protection or possibly in coverage, down the field.
Where's he come the furthest since you arrived in the spring?
Understanding the offense, yeah, that's been the biggest thing for him is that, he's a young kid. Last year he's 18 years old at the University of Iowa, and that's a hell of a situation to put a guy into. So he's hit from a maturity standpoint. He's learned that criticism's not a bad thing, and that he understands now what's going on out there on the football field. It's not just catch it, run it, and catch it and throw it. It's actually understanding. The entire game the other day, he missed one run game check, which we put on a lot on the quarterbacks. He missed one the other day, which I was really happy about because he didn't get all the reps last week as the starter. So I was really happy about that point. That tells me there's a lot that's going in off the field that he's taking a broader interest, understanding what we're actually trying to do on offense and how we're trying to attack a defense.
Although he's a pass guy, he looks like he's better as a set your feet, kind of drop back passer than trying to roll out.
Which is exactly the opposite of what I was told when I got here. Right? Last year, you just throw it around. But he's a good quarterback, and I think that maybe he was judged prematurely. He's a good quarterback, and he does a good job back there with the understanding that he has. Is he limited in some areas? Yeah, I mean, he just hasn't had as many reps and has not as much game time as Nick has. So there's going to be some things that might not come as quickly to him, but after a week of practicing with the ones and getting all those reps, the extra reps, I think you're going to see, I think it'll be a positive step point.
When you got him on the phone for the first time after Nick was hurt, you tell him to take a deep breath, or what do you say in that situation?
No, the first play we called was we threw it down the field to Timey, down the sidelines, and he felt good. He stood up back there and threw it. Told him we were going to run that play. Did you like it? That was that situation at that spot of the field was where we wanted to run the play. So Matt's going out there. I said, "Do you feel comfortable with that?" He felt great about it, and I said, "Let's go do it. Let's get this thing done. You've been waiting on this, and all that, Greg. Everything's prepped." Not just that day, they're all one play away. Now the same speech that he's been getting is what Bryson's getting this week, is that you're one play away from being a starter. So you be ready. You got to be ready at all times. You got to take care of things on and off the field. So I think that Matt, I didn't say take a deep breath or anything like that, because I think he's beyond that point. He's had some playing time. I would have been really disappointed if he had played skittish. And not played. I thought he looked comfortable out there for the most part. And when you look at the film, it bears that out. So I think if he had played scared and nervous, I would have been really disappointed, because that's not who we've been seeing at practice every day.